Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the stream. Tonight we are going to be taking our Scrap Mechanic adventure to the next level. We are going to go and take some fruit baskets using this crazy contraption on the back here. I do think I need to get a switch for that. May have one somewhere. Not in there. Is it in here? No, it's not. Oh, they can stack. Right. Loads of that. Spare glass. Loads of rock. Oh, we need to do something to get more metal. But I do believe if we go up in here, we have 10 of each of the basics. Which, if I remember correctly, it means I can get one crate of each. And yeah, got other stuff in here. Oh, where's all my buckets go? Right, you I don't particularly need. You can just go in the random. No, I don't want you either. But you can go in there. Right, and what else do we have on board? We have seeds, and we have spare produce as well, which is handy because we can eat that later. So I think the first thing we're going to try and get is going to be, we're going to go and get these. I need to find a switch. Did I put a switch in? No, I didn't put a switch in. There's not a switch there. I don't. There's the switch. See, I knew I had a switch. So I need to take this switch. Take you out of there. We can start consolidating. Oh, blueberry seeds as well. What you tend to find in this game is you end up totally inundated with seeds. So there we can get 40 carrot seeds, 29 spud. We have enough carrot seeds to start our own carrot farm. Half of connection. And now we can look at start getting more soil, and we can maybe, I think I've actually got more soil in one of these. Oh, more spud seeds. And then popped in. Oh, there's more soil, we can now take that. And we can start consolidating things. So I think what I need to look into do today is we can go do a bit more farming. Once we've got that farming done, we can then get more stuff to put in here, and then we can go and get some fruit crates, and we can take those to the trader. May also need to get more fuel. How are we doing for fuel actually? I've got 9 on me, 8 in there. That should be enough to keep me going just now. Now for the fun question, where did I leave my soil? There's my soil. No, 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 no. Don't fall into that. So we can go over here and we can continue. Oh, is my volume that low today? Oh, give me a wee second. That's maxed out. how's that? I really don't know why this game audio, it just seems to be so low, and I really don't understand why it does it. This game is, I don't know why, I've presently got it maxed out in software, and if I go into the game itself, it is, I can max it out there as well, but the game itself is actually really quiet. Is that sounding a bit better for you? Okay, so we can... that's me got the game maxed out as I can get it. I really don't know what's going on with this game, but it's always been renowned for being poorly optimised, but still a fun game to play. And I have my ships of stuff. Okay, we're going to grow some carrots and some tomatoes, some beets. But we're going to wait till midnight to do that. So we'll put this all set up. We need doot, doot. I'll just run one of those in the trail there. Right. And what can we do? Right, we can jump into the ocean and we can actually just go get some oil. And we are going to get some oil. And I think I have picked a horrific place to get oil. And I'm presently using OBS, and I've got all the in my mixer. I have my mic turned down just slightly, but I've got the game audio set to max, and it just seems it's the same every time I stream this game. People are telling me that the game audio is very quiet, and I honestly have no idea how to fix it in the slightest. Okay, where is my phone? Hi, I'm going to assume you're talking to me through Twitch. Stream manager. See, this is Right. Right. Let's see. Can I find somewhere I can view my stream? I can go into this. There we go. Right. Right, folks. You'll have to bear with me a second. I have got my own stream up on my phone, and I am going to see how quiet this game sounds. You'll have to bear with me a second. I have got my own stream up on my phone, and I am going to see how quiet this game sounds. Right. I've I've watched it on my phone. The game still it sounds a little tinny on my phone, but it doesn't sound overly bad. It is a little quiet, but again, I've set my game. Again, it is really low. Let me see. Haven't paid. Just open a big stream with paid minions to do all the tech part. Oh, that unfortunately having to paying people would require money. Something I am absolutely diabolical with, and have, to be honest, I don't really. I'm not really overly fussed about making money from streaming. To be brutally honest, I'm not one of these people that's in it for money. I'm just in it for the funsies. Oh no, you're telling me to go check one of the big people that's got paid minions. I apologise. I've misread. I've misinterpreted what you've said there. Big stream with paid minions to do all the tech part. Yeah, that's. But again, I've only been streaming for a couple. I think 3 months, 4 months, something in that type of region. But I'm still trying. Essentially, still trying to find my footing. And it's not so much disrupting my stream. I'm really grateful when people actually give me constructive criticism, rather than just going, you're too quiet, and then essentially giving me dog's abuse. I would much rather someone came in and said, listen, I find your game audio is too low. Can you adjust it to make it better? I like it when people come in and say, "Can you do this better?" Because if I'm not doing something right, I would rather someone told me. I will be doing a lot of investigating as to why this particular game seems to be outputting such a really low audio. And I might actually. There's one more thing I can try actually. That's maxed out as well, and that's not. So had a look in there, but that's not showing me it either. But I will have a look. Right, I know the last one's in my honest opinion, but can sorry to sound very ignorant here. What is OTOH? On the other hand, thank you, I'm really not good with the abbreviations, but as I said, normally when I'm playing games, I'm running through the Xbox. This is the only game I'm presently streaming that I'm doing it through the laptop itself. So I'm absolutely stumped as to why the audio comes through so badly. If I might actually look into getting an external, another sound, another audio mixer, just to try and get it so that I can increase the volume of the game and make it sound crisper. Okay. Hi, Daz. I don't think I've broke anything so much as it doesn't matter what I do, the audio for this game is just so diabolically low. Add a filter to the audio source and boost it. See, I did not know that I could do that. Okay, so if we go into this, filters, effects, isn't effect, right, audio filter. Ugh. Compressor, expander, gate, and invert polarity. No, because that makes it sound backwards. Limiter. Right. If I hit the gain. Right, let's try that. I've just added gain to it, so it should give a bit more. How's that escape? It's coming through quite loud in my ears as well now. Right, so let's love you too, Daz. Right. Oh, heard something. Ah, just up there. Right. So let's see if we can find some cotton. If we can get cotton, we can get a bed. If we can get a bed, then we can do much more. We can actually travel some distance without the fear of accidentally kebabbing or something. Oh, right, we can do beets, carrots. Oh, and tomatoes at this one. So I did say we were going to do that this stream. then I started essentially dicking about. So what we can do now? Oh, right, come on. Lift you. Right, we're around the edge. So we were going to climb the cross, dicking around the door. Right. That is a long sword. Okay. Oh, is that still too high? See, can we get it? Now the music drowns out my voice. Oh, god damn it. Oh, god damn it. God damn it. Right, let's lower this by about that much. And use the lift to move the chest with the pump. See, using the lift to do it, that's too easy. Oh, did we have activation there? Oh, come on. The billboard is just a suggestion. So are most things. There we go, see. Right. Now, as just in case we'll pop them out. Oh god, where did I put the switch? I had a switch, where did I put the switch? Not in that one, I'll put it in this one. Oh, that used to be a inventory. Right, we'll pop you there. Poop. You want that? Right, let's put it to that. A button is better. A switch is cool too. I don't have a button with me. I've not made one yet. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Ah, the hell. Spam. Boom. Right. We have carrots. Oh yeah, you can't sprint when you're holding things. Right, we can jump. Good. There we go. That's totally killed the rear suspension of this thing. Right, so next up we will do... beats. Have we lined you up enough? That was the big question. Yes, we have. Excellent. Right, and then we can do tomatoes. Spam. And then we can just pop these. Pop it in there the now. Metal no. I need to turn the suspension back up. Just double check. Fourth one. There we go. We've got them all set up. I will, in the future, I will probably be using logic to, once I start farming on a larger scale, I'll be using logic to do all of this. There we go, I made the truck just the right size. What to deal with this. And now we can go up to the trader with our piddly little amount of stuff. And there's the trader's mountain there. Whoosh! Come on, beastie. Oh, sorry, walk. Right, and we can just plough right through all this. There we go. Right, made it to the trader. Here we go, here we go. Right, we have reverse parked perfectly. There we go. Right. Whoosh. That is aggressively loud. Right, cool. The truck. And then we can go over here and we can see what we need to get the other seeds, because I know I need to get vanilla cotton. Right, that takes banana. I need to get banana. What does it take for bananas? So to make bananas, I need 3 lots of carrots. I need 3 lots. What does that mean? Right, so I need oranges and blueberries. That's the biggies. Then I need to try and find one of the caged farmers. Right, so oranges, blueberries. Right, so I need to essentially farm tomatoes and beets, so I can make a start at getting these, and then I can get a spud gun, because once I've got a spud gun, I'm damn near invincible. But I also need to try and attempt to find a caged farmer, which means I will probably need to make an attachment on the back of this truck to hold a caged farmer. There's the parking station. I think we can just roll right over walks. No, I was wrong. We cannot roll right over walks. Right. Oh, we are going at neat speed. Right. Oh, I need to really think about putting double wishbone suspension on this thing. Just for the lulls. Right. Other things we need to get. We need more oil. Oh, my driving sucks today. Right, so we're back in the mechanic station for now. How are we doing for fuel? Absolutely nailed it. I'm out of fuel. So there we go. Right, so we need to go, we need to get air fuel. Right, oh, I've got a full stack there. Right, pop you in there. Pop you in there. Right, I need cotton. So I need to get myself prepared to go And Mr. Escape, what I will do now is for my farming equipment, I will, well, for my package equipment, I will make a button. Because then I can spam it faster. Right, push, push. Eh. Oh, seriously, I would park in the one spot where it makes it inconvenient. No, no, listen. This one. There we go. I have a button. Then the switch can get used for the portable mining equipment. Right. So we need to go. We need cotton. Unfortunately, is it about to get dark? Yes. In the next couple of minutes it's going to get dark, which means we can maybe look at having another farm. So we can go in here and we can dump some fuel. Right, that, them, because they're the two main ones. So we'll plant some carrots for food, and we can then. Well, speaking of food, do I have any food on me? I have one but a lonely carrot. Whoosh, 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 doosh, doosh. Let's let's get it, come on. Oh, we did it. And I missed. Oh, let's do this the old-fashioned way. Right. And then what I will do is I will be right back while I wait for night time. But do you know what? I will sit and I'll chat while I wait for night time. So yes, I am doing that little loophole where if you plant all your seeds at midnight, the raid can't get your farm till you're on the higher tier, till you're on the higher tier crops. But my eventual plan is I'm going to once I've got myself kind of roughly set up, my plan is to eventually see if I can find a desert biome. Because in those desert biomes, it would turn out there is actually quite a lovely. I don't see if I can. I need to really get photos that I can show you, that I can show on stream, of my old farm. Because one of my favorite, the thing I loved doing on that was I loved using that. It's like there's a big, what's the word I'm looking for? A big kind of plateau thing that juts out in the middle of the desert, oil pond at the base. So you've got permanent fuel. You've always got fuel, and I think the only thing that was a nightmare was I had to make a vehicle specifically for hauling water and hauling water tanks to and from, which by use of a few bits and bobs, I was able to essentially run water up to it, and then I had an automatic farm set up. I'm nowhere near having an automatic farm set up yet, but my plan is to find the cheesiest spot possible and place my farm atop. I will admit I used significantly more water, especially in an auto farm. But I also did end up building everything from plastic, which, if I recall correctly, that uses a lot of oil to produce. Because you can only use what you've got at your disposal. I was in the middle of the desert. Wood was a pain in the ass to get. In the end, I found myself going out and constructing buildings because it was more efficient to deconstruct the buildings. And I've used that for my materials. But with the update they did a few weeks ago, which has really changed quality of life in game, you can have, like, when you were mining, it would cause severe lag. There'd be times that there would be so much lag that the game was. Yeah, in vanilla, I'm sure you can get plastic blocks. I'll need to check once I go back to my thing. It's yes, the blue blocks. I'm sure you can get those in the. I don't think it was a modded drum. I'm sure I had the blue blocks in vanilla. You used oil to make them. What was that? See, now you've got me on an existential crisis. I'm trying to remember. Oh! It's time to start planting my crops. So go on the right keys. Right, some of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we can. I've not actually had a chance to play Raft Mechanic yet. Just fill this up with those. There we go. And we can be cheesy. But in the meantime, because my crops should be relatively safe, despite the fact I have. Oh, what happened there? Oh, I ran a bottle over. Of course I ran a bottle over. Oh, thanks. Go Ned. Oh. Got you. We'll just pick that. I will go back for the tote head in a minute. What was the block that I ended up using? I'm sure it was plastic. So the block that I used a lot of. Blocks must not have been plastic. What one was it? It was really cheap to produce, and I could make it in the farm. Might have been the brick blocks. I must have had a mod installed when I was making plastic. I apologise. What are these? Oh, light bulbs. I do apologise. I must have had a mod installed when I was making plastic. Oh, that's it. In fact, that's it there. There we go. See, I told you there was a plastic block. I ended up using these quite a lot because of where I was. And you can produce 10 of these to 5 oil. They were just great for building the base out. And obviously for the stuff I didn't want, the tape bots. Oh, that chunk is loaded in. So I'm going to head back actually. Seriously? Got you. So I'm going to head back and actually just check the farm. I'm British. Bubble blocks are great when they're the easiest thing for you to build. And when you're up on top of the monolith, the only thing I really had to worry about was tape bots. So only having tape bots to worry about while I was up there, and they only targeted me. They only targeted the blocks if I was there, because that was not long after the initial survival update that I did that. 2020-ish. So going back a few years now. I've been playing Scrap Mechanic since before the Spud Guns. And so far this computer that I have is running it, it's the best I've played it so far. Yep, the cardboard's great as well. You can produce vast quantities of it very, very simply. Excuse me. But when I had an oil pond, it just made more sense for me just to use the plastic. On the bright side, everything that I made floated, which came in handy. Getting chased by bots, no problem. I'll just drive my truck full tilt into the water. Because while this truck still is just now, I do have a video somewhere that made a very similar truck on another survival world that I ended up. I don't know if you've followed Can on YouTube. His adventures with Scrap Mechanic, really good mechanical engineer, but he uses a double wishbone suspension setup on almost all of his vehicles, and I tend to implement a very similar setup on the rear of my trucks. The front I usually get really interested with my steering. The last one I had, I actually used, there was only one bearing controlled by the seat to go to all four. Yes, Cosmo and Scrapman as well. They are absolutely great players, but they've they have played this game to the point where they got bored, and now I think the only thing they really play is their multiplayer movies where they dream up wacky and wonderful things to do. But yeah, what I'm probably going to do my next stream is I'm quite possibly going to be looking at reinforcing the rear of my truck and implementing the double wishbone suspension. I just need to go into my other survival world. I may even nip into that survival world at the end of this, stream, just to have a nosy at that double wishbone suspension and crazy steering setup, because I do just like making my big 8x8 truck, and waiting for these things to go, it takes an absolute age. I may even just do the double wishbone off stream on the rear of this, because I'll be more or less copying it over. In fact, can I? No, you can't. You can't do blueprints, can you? No. I really do wish I could import a blueprint if I had all the stuff to make it. But yeah, that's what we'll do. At the end, once all these plants have grown, I will pop myself into my other survival world and I will show off. I mean, of course I'm hungry. I have a beet. And I did not mean to drop it. The one that I built the truck. And I can have a look at my wishbone set in that. And I'll be able to show it off. And it is almost, I will admit it, is a carbon copy of Can's double wishbone setup. So I can use, essentially I'm doing the good old scientist approach. I stand on the shoulders of geniuses to get something accomplished as fast as I can without doing any real work. I just look at the research that others have done before me. I'm not looking to aggro them at the moment. Once I've got the spud gun, yes, I will be doing multiple day raids just for the sake of doing the raids. I will be going out hunting farm bots. But it's still quite early game for me. I don't speed run. I essentially just go at my own pace and just kind of I just go where the ADHD takes me, essentially. Because sometimes I'll forget what I'm doing and then I'll go away on a tangent. Other times I will fixate. I have to get this one thing done. Oh, and get multiple raids running at once. You know, I may actually look into doing that as well, and just having, or none at all. Oh, do tell. Do tell. How? Oh, because if you do it, there's got to be a set amount of soil blocks down, or a certain number of things planted to actually trigger the raid. Like one plant isn't going to trigger a raid. Because I know I've done it before. I've had multiple. I've managed to accidentally set up soil pads across a chunk border. See. chunk borders. So 4 by 9 times 9. Or no, sorry, 4 9 by 9s. Do you know what I mean 3 by 3s? Sorry. Close to the shores you can use the let's see. What do I have seat-wise? I have the Old Faithful, I have a toilet. And then we can just, that's what I've done. Yeah. Yeah, I might even do this on the, I don't know, can you place the lift at the back of the truck? This gives me a decent view, I can actually see what's going on round about me. So, using the under 10 value in each one, I can essentially get 36 plants with no fallback. That is the wrong button. Right, just take these up just now. Right, so any of these drying out yet? Nope. Place the seat in the edge corner. Don't release the mouse button. What? So drag the seat over the edge corner, move up the lift, and then release the button. I'm very confused by this. So, drag it over the edge, put it up. Did it too far. Very edge and this, and then some. So like that. Okay, I'm not going to lie. I think I am going to need to consult, because if I do that, it disappears. Then I move it up, release it, and it just pops it there. Right, so that's there, and then there it is, right to the edge. Oh. Oh. I'm under the water. Oh, I did not know you could do this. Oh wow, there's a lot of rocks over there. Better come up for air. And back down. See, I did not know this was a thing. How to just get yourself under the map. You can find the corners. Ah, right. So that's a chunk. So I can see the edges of the chunks while I'm under the water, and I can swim. See, I'm not going to take the chance of doing that just now. Not while I've got a whole farm here. But I can use that to find the edges of the chunks. Right. See, you are being very informative. I like that. That is good. Thank you. I keep forgetting my camera's up here, not over here, because the words that you're typing to me are over here. So I'm looking over here to talk to you when you're up here. And of course, can't be dropping off and flushing. Right. Put that away just now. Oh, they're starting to dry out. Let's go for some. I'm not giving you the side eye on purpose. Even my camera, the camera that I use for streaming is an old mobile phone. Because it was sat in a box doing nothing, so I thought as well making some use of it. Cool, they have added teleporting water. Right, I think I've got everything. Oh, there's one there. There we go. I think I've got everything damped back down. What's my watch complaining about? I'm not sleeping. I'm playing a game. Okay. So, come on, 3 minutes. Carrots out here should pop first. I will be. Come on. I'm impatient. Go faster. Did I let them dry out too much? But sometimes if you do it just right, when they're about to pop, you throw water on. And it can just tip them over the edge that little bit. When they're just about ready to pop. when they're just that little bit. And then now I want to get all of this in the truck where it's safe. Oh, I managed to get 20 carrots. Win. We need to go get some rocks. There we go. Get my food up. I should have some of them. They'll get the vapor up. Oh, I know my truck's in danger zone. But I've just got to shift it to here and it'll be fine. "40 seconds to the fight, and it's going to be I guess I'm probably going to have maybe 3 hay bots, maybe 4. But only time will tell. The truck will be fine over there up on the left, because they'll spawn for this. They usually spawn for the forest side and a couple for this side. They don't tend to spawn up here. Here we go. One in. One in. One in. Oh, there's just 2 tonight. I'll just refine this on spot. There we go. That was a nice, easy one. A nice easy thing. I really need to get myself some coffee so I can get a bed on this thing. But in the meantime, what I am going to do is I am going to sign out from this one, and because we are going to do more, we are going to try to work out, I need to get cotton on the next one, so that's the next thing to do list. And then I need to get a bed on the truck, so write that down. But in the meantime, I'm going to go have a look at the double wishbone suspension in my other survival world, the one where I haven't, the one that I've not cheesed everything to death. Which is the normal. I'm nowhere near the auto farm, and I have no idea how to get back to it. But yes, on the back of this truck, my suspension setup is just a little bitsy different. Oh, I actually moved the wheels inward as well. On the front, the suspension's basic, but the steering is a bit more insane. And of course there's a little hole for it to get in. The front end of this is significantly heavier, because I think at that point I was using the corrugated steel for absolutely everything. Oh, I've actually marked the race. Oh, this is going fine. This is going okay. I believe it actually locked out when I made this one. When I generated this one. Base down there. There's water just there. And I built this base up here. And I've more or less deforested it. Yes, I have the totem pole. And as I started raiding the warehouses, I just started taking these rusted blocks. I've got an oil pond right there. There was a whole apparatus that went down into that. But I believe in the last raid that I had up here, it got detonated. But I've got a whole craft station. This was all wood that I took from my old base. And I have this. Which was a great little thing. Dress spot, walkers, many planets. This was actually one of the points that I made for building my truck was in here. I usually bring the truck right up. Just ended up putting the wee chef pot up here. Had a good old view using this little desert biome. And then there was that one over there, that was the other one I was planning on using. Because that was very close to the water. But it didn't have the it was missing the kind of important thing. And I do believe believe I have all of the guns. I have so many things. Because I was at a point where I could just make absolutely everything I ever needed. I've got all three of the spud guns, well tool, everything. Spare suspension, spare water, things, oil for days, bananas for days, blueberries, everything. And on top of that, I was just farming absolutely everything. Because I was taking one of these things, and in fact I might even have sent it down the road. Oh, warehouse keys on the side of the truck. Warehouse, just keep those. You can see the damage from actually taking on a farm bot that I've just repaired bits of. In this there might even be vacuum pumps. I've just got an antenna at the moment. But yeah, I'd played this one right through. This truck was a lot more. Should I have? Can I find it? Can I find it? Right. Oops, that's street. But yeah, this truck was just absolutely ludicrous. But there was a few ideas left to try, but for streaming, what actually happened was when I got to this point of this game, what actually happened was my computer, the computer I had at the time, decided it had enough, and the motherboard ate itself, and I was not in a position to go out and replace it. The motherboard was old. The computer wasn't worth replacing the motherboard. And then a couple of years back, I finally managed to. I've just went and got myself a budget gaming laptop, and it runs this game absolutely beautifully. But as you can tell by even my steering system here, which is certainly different. And gives every wheel just that little bit more realism, because all of this steering is actually controlled. See that central knuckle, if I remember correctly, the whole thing is controlled by that one steering servo at the top essentially. And then on the rear, the double wishbone, or quad wishbone, for all of this to run. And it gives, the traction it gives is so much better. I think the only downside to this truck was it's so tall, it is so much taller. But I know I should just jump out and see what's actually control how many bearings are on this back axle. Now this actually lagged out. Well, computer, yes, I did have to stiffen some of the bearings. this actually works really nicely. Even in right, yeah, I had to put the two front ones just to give it that little bit of extra strength, but the vast it's really just all using that. But it might just have been eye candy, but building it was certainly fun. And it's actually it actually works, it functions. So if I hit one, that'll put my lights on. Because this, compared to the truck that I've got in the other world, this one, while is a bit tail happy, is definitely more capable. Because it can still keep the power on the back axle. Is it? Like the front will just bump into things and splay the wheels and get stuck. So yeah, I'll admit that. But the back end, if I can find something to let it run over, actually does work how it's supposed to. But as I said, this it gives me a really good. Like you see, I get a wee bit of jitter with the front wheels, but that's just to be expected. I think the only other world that I've got in this is an experimental flat world that's in creative, where I did build a really good chassis. So I did build some really, I was doing some experimental autonomous vehicles. This is not the autonomous vehicle. Oh, this is one of the autonomous vehicles. And it uses full tangent. Turn that down a bit so it's not deafening you. But yeah, this thing should be able to avoid the wall, in theory. Yeah, I've just turned the game audio right down because it was deafening me. Is that it back to... How's that for game audio? But okay, that was not designed to do that, but it did it. Yeah, I think this is one of my... Loud, even not the loud part. Okay, right, so we'll put it there. How's that now? Let's just jump in there. Right, I have absolutely no idea what this switch does. There we go, it's reasonable. Right, we're good. But I do believe... Right, I can just bugger off and do this whole thing. I've got some things in here that are taken straight from the Steam Workshop. This is one of the things that I've went out to see. It was just a little bit of fun. Just a wee Unimog style rock crawler. I'll get you poking into the water if you can. And then, what else did I build? Why is there so many of them? What is that? Okay. Alright, that's my socks. Then there was this chassis I was working on as well, which is, as you can probably tell, absolutely ridiculously heavy. But there's also quite a short one. But I may do a little bit of creative work and just kind of dabble with things like this truck. There's the tank chassis, or the semi-auto tank, which I think I was driving. Ah, there's that 8x8 chassis showing what it was. Just kind of, oh, hang on. It was just a kind of means showing what it was capable of, but I think someone's dabbled with it and it now goes at the speed of yes. I think this was for an underwater race. Okay. What else was that? Okay, that ain't what. I certainly did all that. Oh, there's the wee rover that was plodding about. Well, after telling someone, don't save loads and loads of rubbish creations, and then they start saving loads and loads of rubbish creations. I guess that's children. But anyway, we'll just build the and I believe that is going to be a good place for me to end my stream for this evening. And I thank you for watching. I thank you very much, Mr. Escape, for your criticisms and just general chat. It has been absolutely great. Thank you very much. If you feel I've deserved it, if you could pop a wee follow unless you're on YouTube, and if you could give me a wee subscribe there, I would be ever so grateful. And I am going to call at an end there for the stream. Thank you very much for watching, and I am going to call it an evening there. Bye bye.